If you're one of those social media quote porn addicts, then you may have seen the quote, "Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery." Well, sapoops, that's absolutely true, cause if someone imitates you, then that suggests that maybe you're doing something right. Well, regardless of whether you agree with that or not, it looks like I'm experiencing that personally for the very first time because it looks like someone's impersonating me. Check out this profile picture by Chinner Curling Pendatang, newly brought in on 4th of February, 11:59 p.m. Wow, what a nice dashing young character with a curly Palestine flag right here. Wow, man of culture. You know, that actually kind of looks a lot like me. They do say that each person has like 6 doppelgangers in the world, and I'm honored to have found one of them right now. Or at least I would have if actually that picture right there was not my profile picture. Yup, that's right. The guy literally went out there, took my profile picture, and there you go. Truly amazing. Now, what could have prompted this wonderful behavior, you might ask? Well, I guess it may or may not have something to do with the fact that I did a casual live stream featuring this guy just the other day, cause one of you sapoops, I'm not gonna say who, went out and told me about this guy and his extremely racist posts. Like, get a load of this guy. The kind of thing that he's writing on a day-to-day basis is basically stuff like, oh, pendatang type C just realized that they can't make sales by speaking Mandarin on their TikTok live. Desperate to snag Malay money, they then resorted to pretentiously speak Malay in their TikTok live all of a sudden. Mama ni rasa yang kita orang tak guna BM langsung. Anggap yang kita guna BM untuk TikTok live je because he doesn't actually believe that we can speak Malay or that we would naturally speak Malay in everyday life. Wow, I'm sure that that will attract lots of people to his cause. And you have stuff like this right here, which by the way I didn't see earlier, so I'm gonna go right ahead and report it right about now. Promoting hate right there, posting hateful speech, casual, let's go. And if you can, I recommend that you do exactly the same thing as well. The link to the profile is in the description. But yeah, you can actually just see the kind of thing that he's sharing day in and day out, including this right here, whereby he is literally sharing pictures of some random Indian guy who doesn't even know him because he wants to go out there and make a racist point. I don't know what's wrong with him or what kinds of mental problems he faces, but he basically just has some vendetta against Indian people at this point in time. Like Prita Samarasan, who is basically a friend of the person who told me about this in the very first place and whom he's just casually criticizing day in and day out because he somehow feels like he needs to her, stop her from speaking, and somehow or another, he can totally say anything it is that he wants right there with absolutely no consequences. Well, just based on what's been happening so far, it looks like he basically has been facing no consequences. People report him one after another and there is no actual result. He's just casually posting pictures of random people saying Jews are terrorists and war criminals, amongst other things, screaming out loud right here, and it just makes you wonder to yourself, like, bro, like, what is wrong with this guy? Why is he liking his own posts? Who hurt him, bro? Like, were you bullied, like, back when you were in school or something like that? Damn, bro. Yeah, I don't know. Either way though, we kind of yapped about this guy quite a fair bit for about like an hour and 32 minutes just the other day, so if you want, you can go right ahead and rewatch the live stream, but the problem at the moment is that this guy is impersonating me. He is using my face to go around and take part in his vitriol, his yapping day in and day out, while thinking that he can get away without any consequences. And yeah, like, there is the chance that he might actually, unless some of y'all actually go out and make MCMC reports, police reports. From my guides, you guys definitely know exactly how to do it out there, and it looks like he's basically the kind of cray-cray xiao lang that basically nobody is going to be listening to out there, but I think it will be meaningful and symbolic if basically you could get rid of something like this from the internet and basically just normalize like reporting people like this so it becomes a sort of like everyday thing out there. Because you know why? Cause people like these are cowards. They try to act like they are heroes of race and religion, and somehow or another, they can yap about whatever it is that they want out there. The funny thing is, I thought back to it, and possibly the whole reason why this seppuku ended up getting triggered in the very first place is cause I went out and sent this beautiful message right over there before he blocked me and then decided to go ahead and change his profile picture like the beautiful little loser that he is. You know what's funny though? I completely meant every single word, and if he actually had the ability to go out there and counter any point, he could have just replied, you know, just go ahead and then explain to this sad little type C, allegedly, who is boss, what is wrong. Out there, just like this fake police officer, who by the way, an actual PDRN officer who follows my channel told me is just a volunteer and somehow or another thinks that I need to know who's boss around here, even as he declares that I am a loser race. Well, I don't know about this guy or whether he's gonna have a boss sometime after this, because it turns out that he works for Nancy Shukri. So alright, you know what? Respect for you, Hafizuddin. A little bit more respect than this chinner curling pendatang person who apparently thinks that the very best way to insult people is just from afar, avoiding the spam filters, and without ever giving anybody right of reply because you are actually too dumb to actually be able to do that. Anyway, whatever it is, I spoke to Teva, and Teva's also going to be making a police report against this guy, and I recommend that any of you out there who agree that jokers like this who are casually going out there and yapping day in and day out not be given a free pass. And also, guys, be careful if you receive any messages from people that claim to be me or allege that they are me, unless it's from my actual Facebook account or you have reason to believe that the messages that you're getting actually could be from me, then don't trust them, because at the moment we have some insecure, happy-go-lucky, iman tergugat, type C, type I, type K hater who apparently thinks that everybody is a pendatang and he is a hero of his religion and race, while by the way having a fake account, no personal charisma, and sits at the very bottom tier of the entirety of Malay society, trying to climb to the top after getting bullied over and over again in asrama, only to come out and then try to become a hero because he wants to impress his friends out there. But well, he does him. I'm just letting y'all know about what happened right here. So if you can actually do me a favor and help me make a report, this type of behavior is not okay. It's just contributing towards the bullying culture that we are seeing in Malaysia, and if you can do your small part to help fix that, then that is great. And maybe then this guy can finally stop being obsessed with and stalking Prita Samarasan or me, and either get a job or do what he should and just shut his mouth. Oh, and also I filed a copyright request to Meta, so if you work with Meta or you represent Meta, so do me a favor and escalate this to whoever it is that you know out there.
Maybe tell your bosses that your spam filter sucks.
I've made a report as well, and I will also send this over to our MCMC and all the relevant people who are involved in this, perhaps before making a police report of my own, but let's see. Anyway, yeah, so what do you think about chinner curling pendatang? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. That's all to say about that, and bye.